The first topic I want to talk about is that it looks like those rumors about Supergirl being in Superman Legacy for a cameo appearance has been confirmed. Like there was a report going around saying that they've narrowed down to two casting decisions for the character. When it comes to the overall idea of putting her in this movie, I think this is great news. I love the character Supergirl, and obviously she's Superman cousin, and it does make sense if you're going to introduce this new Supergirl that they already announced a movie for that she would be you meet her for the first time in a Superman movie. And look, I love the actress who plays Supergirl in Flash, but I think it makes total sense why you don't use her again because she was connected to the Henry Cavill version, and if you're gonna reboot Superman, then you need a Supergirl. You need a new Supergirl, and I think her version wouldn't have fit with James Gunn's house, with James Gunn's version of Superman. 'Cause obviously, he's gonna want to do something different. But I think this is awesome news that she's going to be in Superman Legacy, and it sounds like it's going to be just for a cameo. I mean, it does make me a little worried, like I said in past videos, about so many characters, even though they're just, some of them are just going to be like side characters or cameos. But I also know James Gunn is a great director, and from what I've seen from his films, he does a pretty good job with ensembles in his movies. So I'm not too worried, just a little bit. But I think this is great news that Supergirl is going to be her first appearance is going to be in Superman Legacy. The next thing I want to talk about is that there's been a trailer put out for Roadhouse. Now, I never saw the original Roadhouse movie. I probably will watch that at some point before the new one comes out. But I thought the trailer was great. I love the part at the beginning where Jake Gyllenhaal he's playing the main character of the movie where he's like slapping the guy at the beginning a couple times. I thought that was funny. And it just looks like a really fun and great action movie. And I love action movies, so I think this trailer was great. The action looks good. The second part of the story I wanted to talk about is that the director put out a statement saying he wanted to attend the premiere because he's not happy with the fact that this movie is being released on Amazon Prime on a streaming service instead of in theaters. I think he says in a boycott when it came to the premiere of the movie. And I totally understand where this director's coming from. I'm somebody, when it comes to movies, I love seeing a movie in a theater, no matter what the buzz of the movie is, the genre. To me, movies are meant to be seen in theaters on the big screen, on the biggest screen possible, and also just to have that experience with people. Whether you go out with friends, family, with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever. But you have a communal experience with these bunch of people, and you're all either feeling the same thing or feeling different. But it's an experience. It's a night out, like I said, with family, friends, girlfriend, or boyfriend. And to me, movies are always, in my opinion, was always meant to be seen in theaters. And I can totally understand why a director would boycott the premiere, and it just sucks for the director. I wish this movie wasn't coming on Amazon Prime because we watched the trailer. I'm like, this would be a great movie to put in theaters, not on a streaming service. So I totally get where the director's coming from with that. But yeah, I thought the trailer was fantastic. Can't wait for this. This and Fall Guy are actually my two most anticipated action movies. Fall Guy is a movie with Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. That looks like a really good ass movie too. But anyway, I thought this was a great trailer for Roadhouse, and I definitely can't wait for this movie. It actually made me curious to check out the original Roadhouse movie too at some point. The next thing I want to talk about is the news that Tron 3 has begun filming. Now, I'm not a big Tron fan. I like the original Tron movie. I like Tron Legacy, but neither of them are movies I can say I loved. So filming for this movie doesn't really get me too excited. Like I'm semi interested to check it out because I enjoyed the first two movies enough. I never saw the anime series that lasted the season though, but it's not a franchise that I'm like really attached to. Well, and like I said, I don't really love the first two movies. Like I like them, but I don't love them. So I can't say I'm really all that excited when it comes to the filming for this starting. But hopefully maybe this will be the Tron movie that makes me a fan of the franchise. When it comes to like putting out a movie I can say I love and not just that I like. But I think this is great news for people who are big Tron fans, who's really anticipating a new Tron movie. So I think overall this is great news for fans who really love that franchise. And it's always great news when you hear a film, when you hear a movie that you're excited about that's going to be that has started filming. Even if you're not excited for the movie, I think it's great news for people who just love the franchise. The next thing I want to talk about is Jurassic World 4 has been announced. Now, the report is saying the cast won't it doesn't sound like it's going to be with the cast won't return. Like, you want to see Chris Pratt Bryce Dallas Howard will come back. Sounds like it's gonna be a whole new story, new cast, and I'm perfectly fine with that. When it comes to the Jurassic franchise, I love the original Jurassic Park movie. That's a great movie. Everything after that, is okay or terrible. Like I enjoyed The Lost World. I enjoyed Jurassic Park 3. I enjoyed the first Jurassic World movie, but none of them were great. And Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, I thought were both horrible. But I'll say overall, when it comes to overall franchise, it really hasn't been a great Jurassic movie since the original, in my opinion. So if they're gonna do a new one, I'm perfectly fine with just not having the cast come back. Chris Pratt's character and Bryce Dallas' character, the two main characters from the Jurassic World trilogy, their characters were fine, but I can't say I ever really cared for any of the characters in those movies. So, but I think this is exciting news to do a new one, and it makes sense. Look, Jurassic World Dominion made a villain. All three of those Jurassic World movies made a villain. So yeah, not a lot of people like those two after the first Jurassic World movie, but they still made a villain. So I can totally understand. It's a popular franchise. I can totally understand why they would do another one based on financially how the Jurassic World movies did. I just hope they have a compelling story. Because my thing is always, if you're going to bring a popular franchise back, then give me a compelling story. And to me, the original Jurassic Park movie the original Jurassic Park movie was great because they had a great story with characters you felt invested in. And I really hope this will be the one that will like make me go like, oh, this is a great Jurassic film again. Like, give me some compelling characters. Give me a compelling story why you're doing another movie with this franchise. So hopefully it ends up being good. I think this is exciting news for Jurassic Park fans when it comes to just the overall franchise, when it comes to just all the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. And hopefully it ends up being one of those movies where it really has a great idea to why you're bringing this franchise back. So that's all the movie news today. Until next time, movie fans.